Shalom, shalom, and thank you for joining me today. I'm so excited to announce that our new calendars have arrived. We've had a lot of requests this year to do a printed calendar. So after talking with some of our calendar followers to design this calendar, we decided to make it a 4-year calendar. And so what we have here is the 2024 to 2027 priestly calendar of creation. And on the front, you see this beautiful picture of our area of Moab, and then the Creator's division of days. Division of days, leaders of time. And we've broken it down with the leaders' names and their positions in the time wheel. What we've added here, though, this year is each quarter, it will start out with some information about the quarter leader for that particular section of time. And then we have the stars, the star charts of, so this is our first quarter, so this would obviously be spring. And so we have the spring constellations for the northern hemisphere and for the southern hemisphere. And so on this calendar, you can see we've highlighted the Sabbaths, the feast days, and we have a lot of scriptural references that pertain to that particular month. And if there was an instance in the Bible that happened on that day. So we go through and then we open it up, and then you have months 2 and 3 together. And then here's the second quarter information and the leaders. And again, star views for that season and what you would expect to see in the sky. So Kodesh 4. And then Kodesh 5 and 6. And then we have these cute little pictures here at the top to kind of give us a clue to what's going on that month. So here we have a wineskin, which correlates with the Feast of Wine. And here we have 2 trees and a menorah. And even though this actually kind of represents the 2 witnesses, but we also have the Feast of Oil and the Feast of Wood this month in the 6th Kodesh. And then we come to the third quarter, and of course we have third quarter leaders and the star charts. 7th month. So as we go through the calendar, then let's get to month 12, and we'll take a look at month 12, because that is where this calendar really varies. So we come down here to month 12, and then here we have a little arrow that says 2027, use the next month 12. So for 3 years, you'll use this month 12. And we have some information down here about the 365th day of the year, the day out of time. And then if you flip it over, you see this is the month 12 we would use for a leap year. After the 4 years are over, it just starts over again. So this calendar can actually be the last calendar you ever purchase, because it can be used year after year after year. You just have to keep track of the 4th year and make sure you flip over to this 12th month for the 4th year. And then down here we have a little information. Here we have the menorah showing the first week of creation, and some information on the Garden of Eden, and how the Garden of Eden, or Gan Eden, is a time garden. And so I have some notes here and some really lovely graphics. Then on the back side, and my printer called me about this. He said, "Do you realize that your back page is upside down?" I'm like, yeah, I did that on purpose. Because what we have on the back is our 2 years. These are our calendars at a glance. So this is a full year, and then this is a leap year. So regular year, leap year, year at a glance. And then this is a list of all the feast days and the date that they arrive on. So when you hang this up, you can hang it up like this so that you get our lovely graphics, and you have your calendar at a glance and all of your feast days. But then you can quickly even just pull it up and see each of the calendar pages. And this calendar, I mean, the printing job that they did on this was so wonderful. I talked with the printer and we did a glossy cover, and it has a UV protectant on it to help keep these colors vibrant and so that they don't flake. It's an 8x11 full color wall calendar with heavy 100-pound cardstock. So one thing I do want to point out about this calendar is because of the way we set up the calendar, we couldn't use a regular calendar format. I mean, there's no calendar format that accommodates what we do with the calendar. So we did it in booklet form, and because of that, there's no hole to hang it up with. So you'll have to use a clip, or you can use a push pin. So when you go to our website, this is our online store for the creation calendar. And the priestly creation calendar is found throughout Scripture, starting with Genesis, taught by the prophets, followed by the Messiah, which I'm going to put it in a little shout out. I've been working on the last and final part of the acceptable year. And we know that the Messiah followed this priestly calendar. I have no doubt now. After 4 years, it's actually been 4 years of research. And I wrote parts 1 and 2, and then I took a break and did some other projects. And now I'm back finishing up the acceptable year and the final third part. I've been asked by many of you to get that done, and so I am working on it and hoping that it will be out here in the next month or so. But so taught by the prophets and followed by the Messiah. And I'm very pleased to say I can say that with confidence. Written about in the books of Enoch and Jubilees, recorded in history, and verified by the Dead Sea Scrolls. I don't know how many more witnesses we need to this calendar. But when you come to our website, you'll have 2 choices. And one will be to purchase a calendar. So if you click on the calendar, and it'll bring it up, and you can see all the different pages and what they look like throughout the whole calendar. Now, the calendar is $20, and it's free shipping and handling in the United States. For our international brothers and sisters, we'll have to get back to you on shipping to your location. Because we have so many followers in different countries, it's really kind of impossible to determine the shipping rate until we actually get your address. So we'll be contacting you via email if you want one of these calendars sent to you internationally. Another feature we have on this online store is the Pay It Forward. So when you click on the Pay It Forward, you have several dollar amounts that you can choose from. The default is $5, but you can click on any one of these, and then you can add a quantity. So if you wanted to buy, say, 2 calendars for someone, then you would click on the $20 times 2. So your quantity would be 2 at $20, and that would be for a US shipped calendar. So if this is a Pay It Forward to someone that you have in mind, then you just need to let us know their address and their name, and we will ship it out to them. If you want to just add to the Pay It Forward kitty, what we will do with this money is we'll apply it towards calendars for people who can't afford them, and for shipping for our international brothers and sisters. Sometimes they can pay the $20 for a calendar, but when it's an additional $20 to ship, then $40 gets out of range for some people. And I've seen $20 shipping across international lines for these calendars. So I've not shipped one lately, and I know rates have gone up. So this money will be used for that. And we'll keep track of who pays it forward and let you know how your money was used and who benefited from your donations. None of this money goes to us. It just goes right back into these calendars and our ministry. And in fact, Remnant of the Light will match any monies that are paid forward. So you put in $5, your $5 now becomes $10. Add it to your bag, and then when you go to checkout, this is where you're going to give us the information on who it's for. Right here it says, leave us a note about your order. Here is where we need to have the person's name that you're mailing it to, their full mailing address, and their email address. Now we need their email address in case we get to the post office and they can't find the address and we need to verify it. We'll let you know when it's shipped. And if you're just donating to the fund for others to be able to draw off of for shipping or can't afford to buy a calendar, then just leave us a little note here that it's just your pay it forward. Okay, so that's how the pay it forward goes. It's just basically a gift card that you're purchasing to be used so that we can get our Creator's division of time out there for people to begin learning, following his days, being on the right timeline, being in our Creator's division of time, being in the correct Sabbath. For any of you that have watched me for any amount of time, know that that's been my lifelong goal, is to find the Sabbath of creation. And Yahuwah gave it to us. Baruch Hashem. So this is our calendar. And if you're interested in purchasing them and still have some questions, feel free to contact us at remnantofthelight@gmail.com. Otherwise, you can just go to our website and check it out. Check out the online store and what we have right now. We just have calendars. I am very pleased with the way this came out and the look of it, the feel of it, the quality printing, and I'm just really pleased. And I hope you are as well. Excited to get these out. We have limited amounts. So if these sell out fast, then we may order more. But right now, just know we have limited amounts of these. I think we have like 30 that we've printed. So let's get them out. Get them out to believers who want to know or who are already following this calendar and would like to just see when all of these dates are. And we also have the Gregorian date here in the bottom. So until we meet again, I'm going to wish you shalom, shalom, and have a beautiful day.
Shalom, shalom.